Today we're going to be highlighting the DriveSmart to Daytona Challenge, kicking it off with round number 1 being at Daytona International Speedway. This is a 5-round series. You can catch all the action here on the DriveSmart channel. The schedule is on the screen now. With that said, I hope you enjoy the content, and let's go ahead and jump into it. You see it there, the pace car is in. Logan Crampton is going to lead him and take the green flag. He's in the Geico restart zone, and we are green flag racing from Daytona officially. It's go time. When do you drop the hammer? Do you do it now? We're already seeing 3 wide for about the 6th position, 3x3. These guys are already looking dangerous. We got cars headed off pit road already. They are 3 wide for the 2nd position, about to be 3 wide for the lead, only on lap number 1. This is nuts.
Up on the high side, Bobby Zalenski looking 3 wide. He wants the race lead early on. We have one dropping back on the inside lane there. That's Nate Stewart in the 4 machine. He's decided to fall to the rear and play it safe early on, but Zalenski, with help from, I believe that to be Daniel Smallwood up on the high side, trying to work their way forward, but up through the middle, Daniel Mosteller with help from Eric Heater and Joseph Armstrong. They're going to charge forward contact though here, as you see just towards the tail of that top 10. The high lane is developing, and Bobby Zalenski has decided to jump up to the high side, lead the charge, as we are 3 wide for the race lead.
This is getting nuts, man. They were ready to go with that 3rd groove, and they're going to try to all get down right there. Look out as they're going to take over that 2nd groove. Now, up front, Bobby is going to try to potentially get down to the bottom, and he's going to clear car number 44 of Logan Crampton, and he's going to take over the race lead. And this is going to put car number 10 of Tucker on the outside, as he has help from the cars behind him. It's getting wild, man. We're seeing teammates work well together, especially with that outside groove right now. The red team is Casey Kerwin's team. They're working well, shoving that outside, and that's exactly how they took over the lead and went to the point. We're gonna take a look at that 22 car. As you can see, a little bit loose there, and he's gonna go around, locked her down, and saved it. But that was no yellow flag because he did save that race car. Beautiful save. What a talent. Casey Kerwin, how you feeling, buddy? You got your cars up front. You picked a talented team. They're working well together. So I got a few questions here. First off, how are you keeping your team this well put together, keeping them working together as a team? And also, how are you operating behind the scenes with all of this?
Yeah, I mean, part of the picking Tucker and Chris, I knew they already worked together really well, as everyone saw them work together to the front, and you know, Jimmy and Chad are in the channel with them, and Jimmy was able to tag along with them and move forward. So I think we're doing the best in the top 10, I think, from what I could see. So it's looking good so far, and yeah, hopefully, you know, they're going to work together on pit strategy and stuff when we get the green flag stops. And obviously it's a little calm right now, so really the major teamwork will be towards the end when it gets crazier, but everyone's doing a good job right now. Hopefully everyone can stay in one piece and be there at the end and have as many cars with a shot at the end as possible.
Welcome, Ro Gator in the building. So, my first question for you is, behind the scenes, how are you keeping your team together?
Well, a lot of my team did elect to kind of be in their own channels with their spotters. I did notice that for our team specifically, you know, our drivers are some of the only drivers that are using spotters for this race. Which I'm really proud of them for, and it's, you know, paying off pretty well. We got Bobby in the lead, some guys hanging out in the back of this big pack, and we're almost getting ready for pit stops.
So, obviously, it's been an exciting race. You're up front right now with Bobby leading this thing. I mean, he doesn't have any teammates in range. He's working with pretty much anyone near him until they get up there. But my question is, when we get down to the end, when do the guys farther in the back pull the trigger and say, I need to cut it 3 wide and go to the front?
You know, it just depends on how confident they are. There's a few guys out of reach that have lost the main initial pack, so they're going to need a caution, I'm afraid. But I think we'll get one at some point, whether it's with 5 to go, with 2 to go. I believe there will be a caution. There's no way this goes green flag all the way. It just depends on their confidence levels, and I talked to them all before, and they seem pretty confident, so I have confidence in them.
And set to bid here within the next handful
of laps. You know what it looks like to me? It looks like he's slamming on the brakes and letting his teammate get down. He backed up the entire bottom and let his teammate get down in front of him.
That's teamwork right there.
Pit road. Let's see if anyone gets ran over here. They're smoking the tires in deep. Woo! I don't know if they're going to make it, man. They almost made it. Let's see if anyone's sped. They smoked the tires coming up pit road. We got 5 of them coming in, and let's see. We got some more there in the back. They are not going to smoke the tires as bad. That tells me that they are not trying to take tires here, as Armstrong is going to be the first one to hit the pits in this wave. Getting wild back here. They are 3 wide. The pack is charging hard. This is what's going to become of the lead, and it looks like Tucker is going to retake it, as them 2 Casey Kerwin cars are hooked back up. Falkingham trying to merge right in front of him. It's going to be close. I don't think he's going to have the momentum or have the speed, but this is the action we have been waiting for here at Daytona. The battle for the lead is on off turn number 2. Here comes the bottom groove. Colin Bolden is going to go to the point here, and Falkingham is going to be at a dead stop by the time they get to him.
Yeah, as they catch up to Daniel Falkingham, I've noticed now a ton of blue cars coming into the picture. That is the DJEJ team has now worked their way into a good position with just 35 laps to go. We've gotten through what should be the only pit stop of the afternoon, as Logan Clampett, Colin Bowden battling it out for the race lead. They got their teammates up there around them, but not necessarily with them at this point, as looks like we're gonna have a change at the top. It's Tucker Minter now leading the high side. He's got the 37 of Christopher Hill just behind him, as Bowden drops to the inside. We're about to be 3 wide for the race lead.
Well, I was going to say, you guys gave a lot of credit to Casey Kerwin's team. They're doing great, but if you look at DJEJ's strategy, I mean, that entire team is moving like a train. That's like super, super impressive as we start to get to some of these later laps, and like, man, they're putting a run on right now, so they're definitely dangerous. It's a team to watch right now.
These drivers definitely thinking how they can drive smart through this middle portion of today's race, want to work their way forward without driving too hard here, as we do have a battle for the race lead. We're 3 wide. We got 2 DJEJ cars and a Casey Kerwin machine. Up on the high side is Daniel Smallwood leading the way in car number 33.
Well, the lap cars are now pretty much on the same straightaway as the leaders. So, as they're 3 wide, I told you that means 4. These leaders see that, and they're going to... Oh, here we go! They're going around. The first crash of the day is going to be set off in turn number 2. The DJ cars has went around. They're stacking in. Put the yellow flag out.
The first caution of the day. We were just riding on board with that 42 Machina Muvik. We'll see what kind of damage these guys have. I really don't think they have too much at this point, as it seemed like a fairly innocent slide for these drivers, but unfortunate. The DJEJ team was looking so good there, now having to work their way back towards the front as we load up the Maconi Entertainment replay machine. There's Logan Clampett down on pit road.
Wide, going into turn number 1, and I don't know, was it a bump trap gone wrong, or did he lose it on his own?
I think he might have clipped the apron a little bit there. The apron, if you get it, it can definitely send these cars around, as the 25 also goes for a slide in that one. We
are back with the DriveSmart to Daytona Challenge. You see here, the pace car is coming back in. Logan Clampett is up front. Hope everyone's having an amazing night. We got 25 laps remaining in this event. It's going to be a fun one. The pace car has hit pit road, and it's time for Logan to fire off when he's ready. This is it. It's going to get crazy from here on out, and the green flag is waving in the DriveSmart to Daytona Challenge. Who's going to win? 25 remaining at the line. Laps are winding down. Seeing it there, one thing I'm taking a note of, 4 IDK player cars are now lined up on the top group. I've seen they try to get organized here as soon as we drop the green flag, and that's exactly what they did. Up front, we're seeing the outside come back here, and we're going to get a lead change as Daniel Smallwood is going to go to the point.
This is where 3 wide for the race lead. 3 by 3 by 3 by lots of threes, as as everyone wants to go to the front now. We're seeing just about every team represented in this front pack as everyone wants a shot at the lead, but it's Tucker Minter up on the high side taking control of this one. He's going to drop down now after he gets a big push by the 39 of Daniel Falkingham. The battle's on for the lead as Minter gets a little bit sideways, nearly an incident with Bobby Zielinski.
How are they holding on to this thing, man? Somebody's going to get burned, and it's going to happen in front of the whole field. Watch out, because it's coming soon. When they got down to nearly 20 ago, they said, all right, it's go time. I'm putting it all on the line, and I don't care who I take with me.
I got to give credit to what Apollo just said in the YouTube chat, saying he sees no way that this ends well. I agree with you. This is a lot of cars in a very tight space, and we only have 20 laps to go. Everyone wants the lead, but right now it's Daniel Falkingham for Ryan Vargas's team out front as Tucker Minter going to charge back up through the middle. That's Logan Clampett down on the inside. Everyone wants a turn to lead this one. They're all going to get their name on that sheet as leading the lap here tonight is Zielinski all over that rear end of Tucker Minter up through the middle.
I'm not going to lie, this is about to be a Daytona junkyard. We just seen Daniel Falkingham almost go around last time by. He got so sideways after the bump behind him, it was almost game over for every single car in the field. When they're three wide like this, there's nowhere to hide. When that one person gets one bad hit, they're all done. And we almost just seen it. So that has me in a little bit of fear that it's coming here with 19 remaining.
Yeah, one thing that I've noticed here, a couple drivers we haven't really seen up at the front so far have worked their way up there. Pushing Daniel Falkingham currently is the 34 of Jaden Kratacci. We have not seen him up front as of yet. Now he finds himself up in that battle as we ride on board with him here. You can see he's trying to push the Daniel Falkingham machine. Watch for Falkingham maybe to try to clear down. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do so as Minter and the 33 of Smallwood charge back on the inside. That is getting very tight. The accordion effect coming into play once again as everyone collapsing on each other up here. Everyone is so hungry. They want this win. 19 to go, and it's Daniel Falkingham leading. Actually, 18 now. Falkingham up top, Daniel Smallwood on the bottom, and Tucker Minter up through the middle. Kratacci nearly gets sideways there with a push from Daniel Mosteller up on the high side. The 34 of Jaden Kratacci now going to lead that high lane as we saw Falkingham drop down to the middle. That's Smallwood on the bottom with help from Logan Clampett. So a bit of a shuffle amongst these drivers as the top side starting to fall back just a little bit here. Bobby Zielinski going to clear himself, and Tucker Minter going up to the top. They're going to ditch Daniel Falkingham as Falkingham now going to get help up through the middle. We'll see if he can battle back, but Tucker Minter, Daniel Smallwood, and Daniel Falkingham three wide for the lead as the 26 machine coming up through the middle. That's Colin Bowden. Bowden, you typically see him in the 69 machine run the 26 tonight, and he's pushing that Falkingham machine. As you can see, Falkingham just had a handful of that steering wheel.
I don't think we're going to see it come. Oh, here we go. Oh, they're wrecking down the back straightaway. The number 32 is going to go around, and they're all going to stack in behind them. This is the big one at Daytona. Multiple cars involved. Most of them missed it. That could have been ugly, and they're still stacking in. It's a tough question because, you know, a lot of these team leaders, they're new to it. Are they going to get in there and say, everyone work together, work together, work together? Or are they going to say, go for the win, make me proud? I think I'll be telling my team to work together. The green flag is out. We've seen a big bobble there by Colin Bowden. He's going to go up and block the top. Look out. He's blocking the field up front. They're getting aggressive. Will he jump back down to the bottom? The bottom groove is going to try to pick up. The bottom groove is opened. He threw the block on Tucker Minter just like that. Now he's going to jump down to the bottom and defend that bottom groove.
Yeah, Minter gets back to the middle lane ahead of Colin Bowden. On the bottom, still Bobby Zielinski with help from Logan Clampett. They're going to try to work their way forward down on the bottom. They've done a great job here tonight. Both of those drivers have been out front most of the evening, as well as Tucker Minter. As Minter doing a great job working that middle lane. He may try to take his teammate with him. That's the 37 machine. once again of Christopher Hill. We'll see if they can team back up. He slides up just a little bit there. Almost thought he was going to jump up top, but not quite able to do it here as we're going to come to 6 to go this time. You can see the push is getting a little bit harder there. Colin Bowden trying to put his car into the trunk of Tucker Minter's machine as we're going to come around to just 6 to go. It's Zelensky on the bottom, Minter in the middle, and Christopher Hill up top.
So the thing about these B-class cars is when you push a little bit too hard, it almost lifts up the back bumper. They have a very small spoiler on the back, and when that happens, you just have no traction and you go around. So that's why you gotta be so careful with bump drafting with these very race cars, because it gets a little bit tough. We got cars exiting pit road, but still, it's starting to dial back a little bit as Bobby Dowinski is going to clear the top, but they're coming right back with Tucker. Whoa, here we go, the 86 round, and this is going to be a huge one at Daytona.
Oh my God.
They are stacking them in. They're around. Oh, a lot of good cars involved in that one.
That was a big one there as they continue to wreck multiple cars involved this time. Zelensky able to clear that one, stay ahead of it, but we'll have to see who still has a shot as many cars just got collected.
Now we're looking at overtime here from Daytona, which is just going to make everything a little bit more crazy. A lot of good cars involved in that one, man. A lot of them. I mean, you can only go 3x3x3 for so long. We're going to take a look at the replay here. Let's see what happened.
Watching the replay here, we'll see what we can gather. As you mentioned, the field 3x3x3 by, well, everyone's 3 at this point in the race, as it looks like we're going to have one on the inside. I believe it's the 86 machine. Step sideways. They make a little bit of contact towards the middle there. That's the 7 car involved in that one. Mitch Trunowski gets collected from the middle, and the rest of the field just goes around. That was a big hit right there.
Now entering the Geico restart zone, waiting for Bobby to fire up, and he's going to go the bottom group. A big stack up right there. We got a car with the apron, almost a crash in the back. Everyone is going to save it. The green flag is out there, 3 wide in the back. Guys underneath the yellow line. Everyone is getting organized. Now that just backed up the bottom group. It killed the bottom group right there. Side by side for the lead, going into 1.
Side by side, Bobby Zelensky on the inside, Tucker Minter up on the high side. We'll see who can win it here.
Whoa!
As Zelensky around, Bobby Zelensky
saved it.
An absolutely flawless race goes sideways for Zelensky there, DLB. Unfortunate for him, he's pretty much out of this one unless we do get another green-white checker attempt, but Logan Clampett
To the lead. Coming off turn number 4, they're trying to make it to the white. Everyone is just going to shove. Will they make it to the white flag? If they do, this race is going to be official. The white flag is waving from Daytona. We got another lead change. Tucker Minter is to the lead. They're 3 wide in the back.
That's Logan Clampett on the inside. Tucker Minter up through the middle. Here comes the 23 machine of Joseph Armstrong up top. Armstrong trying to lead the way. He's got Dana Musler's Clampett around. There we go.
Big crash on the back straightaway. Now the 2 Casey Kerwin cars are running in position number 1 and 2. That just took the field. Tucker Minter leading with help from his Casey Kerwin teammate on his rear bumper. They're going to lead him back. Will Christopher Hill try and make a move on his teammate coming off turn number 4? Right now, he's going to stay attached to his back bumper and be a teammate. Tucker is going to lead him at the line.
Tucker Minter coming to the checkered flag, and he takes it. Round number 1 to Tucker Minter with Christopher Hill just behind him. What a run tonight for the Casey Kerwin team as they go 1-2. Just behind them, Daniel Mosteler, Garrett Maines, and Braden Muvik round out the top 5.
Tucker Minter has entered the chat. How you feeling, buddy? You just won at Daytona.
Yeah, I mean, didn't do a ton of practice there, and you know, we had pretty good control over the race, and then through pit stops I felt like we lost it, and then on that green white checker I didn't know what was going to happen, and just so happened that worked out for us.
Take us through the final lap there. Obviously we had a big crash. What was the game plan and what went through your mind?
Yeah, it was kind of a bummer. Bobby had been working well with Chris and I, you know, us on the Casey Kerwin team. throughout the race there, and it was a bummer to see him get turned towards the infield. After that, it was hard to tell what Clampett or Bowden were going to be able to do. And then, it was just like watching the seas part in my mirror when Clampett got spun and everybody got wrecked behind Chris and I. So it was pretty crazy how it all worked out.
I can't wait. It was a fun one. Thank you, everyone who tuned in tonight for the DriveSmart to Daytona Challenge. It was a heck of an event. Thank you, everyone who came out. Congratulations to the winner of today's event. Congratulations to everyone who took home a hoodie. And congratulations to everyone who tuned in and got some entertainment for tonight. We'll see you all in the next event at Dover, so stay tuned for that and stay subscribed to the DriveSmart YouTube channel because we're going to be lighting you up with content all week coming up throughout this month. It was a blast, and we'll see you guys on the next live stream.